Welcome back to the frying pan with Bobby and Dan. How's everyone doing? How's that? Do you like that?
All right, it had some rhyme to it. Can I get it again, but this time in a more like movie trailer-esque voice?
All right. Hold on. In editing, I'll put in like the instrumentals in the background, like the dun. Let's see. All right, they're coming in now. All right. In a world, two boys have the time of their lives talking about things. This is the frying pan with Robert and Dan.
Robert. All right. All right.
This is the frying pan with Bronto and Alondro.
Welcome back to the Frying Pan podcast, folks.
How's everybody doing today?
Good. That's good. How are you doing, Dan? How have you been?
How have I been? Well, here, let me tell you a thing or two. I'm big chillin'. I'm a big chillin' kind of guy. I'm living my best life. I'm a productive young man. I am a happy young boy taking on the world.
Interesting.
How about yourself, my good friend?
Well, winter break is still in full effect. I think I go back in like a week or so. I don't know. But it's almost over, and honestly, I'm kind of excited for that. You know, it was nice at first to have a break from school, and I thought I really needed it. But I'm not working any more hours or anything, so I feel like this is the first 2 days that I've had in a row where I really don't have like set in stone plans that like dominate most of my day.
Yeah.
And it just feels so off now.
Would you say you're a kind of person where you kind of like always got to be busy? You got to have something to do?
It really depends on where I'm at mentally, you know? Like, I feel like I'm at a point right now where I just kind of want the distractions of having stuff to do.
That's fair. You should pick up some hobbies.
Believe it or not, I have many. It's just, like, I allot time for them anyways.
That's fair. No, I definitely feel that. If I have too much free time, I feel like I go insane.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm like looking for reasons to leave the house while at the same time not ever wanting to leave my house.
That's true, yeah. You kind of just cocoon in your in front of your computer, and sometimes it's all you want. Sometimes it's the best.
Well, I got the moccasins. Ouch, fucking just punched my microphone. I got my moccasins on, got my sweatpants on, got a nice hoodie on, ball cap. You know, I'm actually I'm in chilling out attire, but you know, it's not the vibe for me right now, you know. I want to do something, I feel like.
Yeah, it's not a vibe. Well, you're doing this right now.
Well, that's good. Exactly. Like, so this has basically been a roundabout way of saying this is saving me from insanity, because if I didn't have this today, I probably would have just like drove to a park and just sat there quietly.
Yeah, and then you'd get kind of cold because it's a bit chilly out there, and then it's like, well, maybe I don't want to be at this park anymore.
And then I drive home and then be like, damn, really wish I stayed at that park longer.
And then you drive back out and go to that park, and then you're like, oh, it's still too cold. And then you come back home.
Yeah, vicious cycle of insanity.
Do you know, alright, this is kind of off topic, but do you know which actor when he talks, he kind of, you know, he does the pauses and talks like this. It's Christopher Walken's. We should do a whole podcast as Christopher Walken's. Not this one.
God, I don't even know if I could do a Christopher Walken impression. I imagine with time, I've heard everyone can do a Christopher Walken impression that can do impressions. So
it's pretty easy, to be honest. Give it a try.
Yeah, not here, because honestly, I feel like it'll be very cringy to hear myself try and do that for the first time.
Well, no, it's fine. You got to spread your wings and fly, buddy. Yeah, now's the time.
I need to like hear his voice. Like, it's not loud enough in my head to really be able to recreate it.
I'm peer pressuring you right now. You need to do it.
It's not going to work. My parents have taught me to never succumb to peer pressure. And
okay,
I don't plan to.
How about this? Hey, Bobby, we're all going down to the creek and going to smoke a bowl. You want to come with?
All right, that's not peer pressure if I want. Well, okay, if I'm 13, no. Yep. I'm not. Well, okay, how old was I when I was a freshman?
Probably 14, 15, right?
Probably. So, no, I ain't touching Mary Jane.
All right. Well, how about this? All right, sophomore year of high school, you're you. You're doing what you do. You've never seen a weed. You've never seen drugs.
Yeah.
Your best buddy Ryan says, "Hey, Rob. Me and a couple of the boys are, we're gonna try and smoke a joint that Tony's older brother let us have. You want in?" Now
Yeah,
you know
I'm
your
13.
mom. Yes, you're 13, 14, whatever that age
Okay.
is. You know your mom's gonna be really upset with you. How do you respond to me?
Like is upset like that I was even offered or like did I do it and I'm like
Well, no, no, no. Like I'm offering you right now. How are you gonna
oh,
respond?
okay. I mean, I'm 13, 14. I'll probably turn it down. And I'll be like, "Nah, it's good. I just don't really want to." And like that's exactly what I wouldn't be like, "Oh, my mom would be mad or my mom would
But
like, nah." I'd be like, "Nah, I'm good."
all right, you say no, and then I put a hand on your shoulder and I say, "But Bobby, it's gonna be so much fun, dude. Come on, you gotta come with." Does that change your mind?
Nah, actually as a younger kid, I was pretty like I was pretty good with peer pressure.
That's good. You're an impenetrable fortress. Kids could learn a thing or two from you.
Well, it's more because like younger me literally just didn't give a shit about anything that wasn't like forced upon him in a way. Or
That's
like,
fair.
or not, okay, no, how to, yeah, didn't give a shit about anything. Like, so if someone was like being pushy about something, I would just lose even more interest.
Some things don't change.
Like I never hopped on the Call of Duty train because like my childhood friend got into it before me and he was just like, "No, dude, you gotta get this one, not Halo. Like, let's play this." And then like out of pure spite, like I bought like every other three of them.
I respect that. I definitely do. Well, see, we're only some odd minutes in. We're already teaching people life lessons.
Well, I like to
To
think that we deliver life lessons as our job.
I like to think we have a big impact on people's lives. I think people wake up every Thursday and they're like, "There's only one thing I want to listen to," and that's our beautiful voices.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. It's
Definitely
fine.
what it is.
Yep, yep, yep.
You know, I
Um,
have this like ad that says Netflix bangers, and it's like a
no,
Netflix ad, obviously, and it shows like the originals, but like I hate that it says bangers.
I
Like,
bangers is
why?
only acceptable. Yeah, bangers is only acceptable if like you're saying it with your friends.
Yeah,
When like it's marketed as a banger, 9 times out of 10, like it could be a banger, but
but
I'm not
like
going to refer to it as a banger.
exactly now out of spite, it is no longer a banger.
Like I think that's what a lot of like ad and like marketing campaigns they market shit as if like they're selling it to a friend, but that doesn't work because you can't, like, I don't know. Some people don't want to be friendly with other people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I have to agree with that.
Like if I walked up to a random stranger and I was like, "Yo, this shit slaps," and they're like, "Excuse me?" I'm like, "It's a fucking certified banger, bro." And they're like, "What? What are you saying to me?"
Yeah, bro,
That's
it slaps, dude.
I mean, that's just how I view it, but hey, I'm not in that business. And maybe someday I will, but not today.
You could be though.
I could be. I can accomplish anything I want.
Yeah.
That's my mentality.
All right. I mean, that's probably one of the best, if not the best, mentalities you could have, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I want to never mind. I was gonna say if I want to kill someone, bury the body and get away with it, god damn it, I will. But
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you can,
I
It's-
I mean like I definitely, to future employers, I have the drive to. I'm not like, this is all hypothetical. I'm not saying I would, but like
he's saying
if
he
there,
would definitely kill people.
like I'm just saying if you needed me to bury a body in the creek for the job, like hey, I can do it. Like it's not, I don't
Mm,
have a moral compass. It's fine.
I think that you're trying to tell the little FBI agent in your PC that you that you are ready to join the CIA or FBI as a assassin, and you will kill people for them, kill
Dude,
real people for
I
them.
I wonder how like I wonder how you get into the work of being an assassin, you know?
I imagine it starts off on a military level.
Yeah, like do you think do you think there's ever been like a serial killer and they're like, "He's pretty fucking good. We could use him."
I I hope it's not like an Avengers suit up moment. That'd be horrible.
Like they have their own niche too. Like it's literally the Suicide Squad, and like instead of like superpowers, they just have like different weapons or like methods of killing people. You got like fucking Jeffrey Dahmer and Ed Gein leading the charge.
Oh my god.
They're like, hey Ed, you really don't need to make a lamp out of him. It's fine. Just relax.
Jesus, that's horrible.
Sorry.
Maybe if this was like some really weird like post-apocalyptic steampunk society, you know,
We can do it.
we could definitely get to that point.
I will say over the weekend I went to go see 1917. Well, before that, we went to Bears. Beautiful smokehouse.
I don't know why you're saying we. I wasn't included.
Not you. You weren't included because you were working.
Yeah,
Unlucky.
Some friends that I have won't play it around me.
Yep.
All right. I'll simmer down.
But we had Bears, and Bears is really good. Bears has this thing that I've never tried before. They're called bear balls, not testicles, but it's like deep fried pork, cheese, and something else. But it tastes like a cheesy pork cornbread. It's very interesting.
Is that like a good taste?
It's actually very good. Like the consistency of it is very good. It's not something I would order, but a friend ordered it, and he got 3 because they come in like 3 for an order, but they're like the size of a baseball each.
Oh.
So like I split one with a friend, and it was just a very interesting combination, but it worked really well. So shout out to that. But
Bears in Windsor, go.
Bears in Windsor,
if you like meat,
great.
go.
But we saw the movie 1917, and I will honestly say it is one of the best movies I have ever seen.
All right, explain why without spoilers.
It is like it's a war movie, and I think like everyone can agree on that war movies is like you've seen one, you've seen the majority of them. The only other one I can think of that's like unique is Dunkirk, and Dunkirk was really fucking good. But the way the movie was shot, it was in essentially like one continuous frame. Like the way they shot it, it was one. There was like one cut, like one distinct cut you could see, but the other cuts they made, they like cleverly masked them by like going behind rocks or like using the darkness to help show it. But the movie is shot so beautifully, and the score is phenomenal as well. And just, I don't know, the story of it is very unique. It was very cool. It's like, it's not spoiling it because it's out there, but the premise is like 2 people have to deliver a message that it's like it's 1917, we're at war, and we're going to fight the Germans or whatever, but the Germans planned it and they're going to ambush us, and the people have to get from one side to the other before like morning, or else like 16,000 or 1,600 people die. So it's like the journey of getting there, and I don't know, it's so fucking good. If you want to go see it again, I will gladly go see it again.
I'd like to go see it a first time.
Yeah, well, I know for you the first time, but for me second time.
Anyways, so okay, what would you say is the best part about it?
Best.
Like, would you say the thing is like score, the cinematography, the acting? Like, how is the acting?
The acting's very good. Definitely the cinematography, though. The movie is shot in such a way, it's just so well done. I have no words. I'm just so like flabbergasted on how freaking amazing it was. I'm so happy.
That's good.
I would say definitely my. Well, it's a bit early in the year to say movie of the year, but
hey, that carries a lot of weight when you've only seen one movie this year.
I guess you're right, but that does lead us into a topic of the nominees for the Oscars got announced, which Golden Globes just happened, but we got another one.
True. I mean, to be honest, I don't know if any of you guys have heard of them or looked at them. They're basically the same shit as the Golden Globes, or where the hell just like whichever the ones that just happened were.
Yeah, Golden Globes. I mean, it is because, to be honest, this movie,
This movie,
this,
I mean, this year's been a movie.
this year's been a movie, bro. But this year for movies has been very there's very good, and then there's really, really bad. Cough, cough, cats.
Great film. Recommend it to everybody.
I do not. But I mean, like, even Best Picture, I can only see a few of them, like a couple that I think would actually be deserving of Best Picture. The others were just fine. You know what I mean?
You know, yeah. Obviously, I feel like 1917, as you said, is probably like they have a good chance. I personally would like Joker to win Best Picture, just because I feel like that was my top movie of 2019.
That was really good. I wish I
Apparently
watched
Jojo
Parasite. Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit, dude. Why am I developing a lisp? You guys don't know this, but like I joked once that I spoke in that voice, like the slight lisp. I think it was like 2 days ago, or it might have been last night. And ever since then, I've just been like, Best Picture. Like it's just what the heck's going on, man?
Very like ooh-woo-esque, but
I know. Sorry,
yeah.
Dan.
I want to see Jojo Rabbit because it looked fun, but I never got around to it. Irishman, did you ever sit down and watch it?
Not yet.
I got like an hour and a half in, and I could not be fucked to sit another hour and a half. I'll come back to it eventually, but
Fair.
Marriage Story is very good. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, very
Really good.
Really? Did you watch it?
Not fully. I think I read the screenplay though.
Yeah, it was fine. Ford vs Ferrari, not really sure why that's there.
Oh wait,
Marriage Story.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Oh, never mind. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm crazy.
It's fine.
Ford versus
then-
Ferrari. Did you see that?
No, but like nothing enticed me about wanting to go see it.
Which is why I'm like kind of impressed it's Best Picture, because I literally I saw that one preview from it and never heard about it again, and then I'm like, oh, it's nominated? Really?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I remember saying the trailer looks dumb too.
Yeah, exactly. I think we've said that on the podcast. But Marriage Story, it was good, but it wasn't like one of the best movies of the year. I mean, I guess it probably is because there wasn't a lot to choose from, but like it was just a good movie. I don't know. And then I have no idea what Little Woman is.
Not a clue.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, literally like all the like categories are basically the same exact things from the Golden Globe, so no sense in really going over it again, I guess, but
True. I don't see anything that's overtly interesting anyways.
yeah. But
Like
just wanted to
Talk about them.
yeah, just let you know February 9th if you're interested in movies such as us. You can find it if you want.
You know, I do like though that Star Wars is nominated for a couple of these, but only in the music section.
That's well, yeah, Star Wars will always have good music, but
True.
yeah, Rise of Skywalker, it's not it, Chief.
Frozen 2 coming in with a nomination for Best Original Song of Into the Unknown. Let's go.
Into the Unknown. All right, we'll let it slide. I bet you that wins.
Bro,
You want to put money on it? I put $10,000. It wins.
Okay. See, I would agree with you, but now what if it doesn't win now?
Well, then I guess it's a little unlucky, eh?
I will say Best Animated Feature Films, I would like to say How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, I Lost My Body, Claws, Missing Link, and Toy Story 4. So that's kind of new. They didn't talk about those.
That's true. I imagine Toy Story 4 will probably win that, no?
How to Train Your Dragon was really good, apparently.
Yeah. How to Train Your Dragon is one of those movies that, like, I still would watch even at this age. I don't know why.
I love the way it's animated. It's nice. It's very
Very fun.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
fun.
But yeah.
Speaking of things that would watch at this age, one of those things that has reached its age where it's no longer supported is, in fact, Windows 7. So
Yeah, this is big tragedy.
It's kind of like nerd news or some shit like this, but it's kind of interesting for what that means for like workplace environments, right? So say you work for a company that in their standard operating system it's like what your computer runs on is Windows 7. And now that support is ending for that, any problem that you have with it can't really get solved via Windows support. So your company could be upgrading, or I don't know. It's weird because then you think of school systems like they're still surviving on copies of Windows that are almost 20 years old now.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
true.
not that big of a deal, but it's also like I know for a lot of nerds out there that didn't upgrade to Windows 10 yet, like now they really have a pretty big reason to want to.
To be fair, I feel like there's no point of holding on to Windows 7 at this point.
I don't know. People don't like change, I imagine, much like
Yeah,
anyone else.
which is respectable, but it's also just objectively obsolete in comparison. You know what I mean? But I mean, I guess there's a loophole where you can get Windows 10 for free if you have a Windows 7 or 8.1 license, so
I don't know.
maybe the schools will get on that, I don't know. But yeah, what if like, because it's not going to be supported anymore, so like you're very susceptible to viruses and shit, so like what if schools just don't understand that and then kids are just getting like insane viruses with, some NSFW stuff? Because that's how it
Hopefully
be
not.
sometimes.
Hopefully
Yeah, that
not.
it wouldn't be good, obviously, but
It wouldn't be the best.
no, but
That's how it be. And speaking of things, though, that are becoming obsolete, we, in our very own state of Connecticut, had a school mascot deemed racist by Native Americans.
I
And then it ultimately, it got changed. And then hear us out, it got changed back.
I think this is the funniest thing because it makes no sense on why they changed it back.
All right, you want to explain? You want to explain it?
Okay, so there's a town called Killingly in Connecticut, and their mascot was the Redmen. It's the same as like the Redskins. Not very. It's a bit racist for Native Americans, so they're like, all right, we'll change it to the Red Hawks, and then randomly they were just like, yeah, I don't like the Red Hawks anymore. Let's be the Redmen, and it's just. I don't know if it's just like a petty thing, or if they just want to be racist, or if they just don't see a problem with it because they don't understand, but I don't get it.
Well, I guess like the school board's predominantly like conservative Republican, like the type that wouldn't see an issue with it. From not to generalize, however, like the type that you would expect to not see having a problem with it. At least that's what this article leads on to be. But I guess through school polls, like the only people that really wanted it changed and saw a problem with it were like the teachers. Even like the students wanted it kept. Like that's
supporters
kinda
call
crazy.
supporters call original mascot a symbol of pride.
Well, that's the thing, because apparently there's some Native Americans in the area. They're like, "Do you really want to take away this area's only tie to the Native American culture?" Like they're like some of them are like some Native Americans are supporting the Redmond mascot because they have found a way to warp this into a pride thing for them because it reminds them of their culture. Even though really it is racist. Like even if they don't have a problem with it, it is kind of like a racist thing to have as your mascot. It's just
Yeah.
they kind of trick themselves into thinking it's not. Maybe I don't know. I guess it's all how you take it in, right?
I mean, I guess the way they tried to justify it, they said that the Native American population in Killingly is only 1%, and someone was quoted in saying, "You want to eliminate the one thing that reminds this town of its Native American history? That's just wrong." It's like that. You could make this argument about a lot of things that are racist, and I don't know.
It's odd because at the same time, I want to say like, I don't know how I would feel like if they just made a white person like a mascot. I'd be like, oh, aha, he's white. Like I don't know. I can't be in a position where like I'll be able to understand it. Like I can't put myself in their shoes because I can't tell if I'll care on the same level.
Yeah, I do not get it.
I don't know.
And it's the because someone that wasn't with it. Okay, all right, so I guess the Redmond name is supposed to represent the ferocity of Native Americans in war, and that's supposed to be like their football team. I guess their football team wins shit. They've won state titles, but that's supposed to represent like their ferocity and their will to win. And it's like, hey guys, a lot of the tribes that live near here don't support it, so maybe it's not a good thing.
God,
I don't know.
but it is just a pure like PC thing though, right? Like it's not like there's legal action, none of that. It's just it either looks good or it doesn't look good.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's just like a common sense thing of like, hey, if people believe this is racist and you are not of that like same culture or ethnicity, I don't really think you get a say in the matter. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I want to understand this more though from both sides. Because
I
the
do
fact
too,
that they
that's-
changed it back, like, honestly, I feel like our school system, like, if they went through the trouble of changing the mascot, even if everyone hated it, they would just leave it there just for the sake of, like, they already changed it and they're not going to go back on it.
That's fair, but also our school didn't really win anything except for softball. So.
Hey, not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah, apparently we're fucking good at football now, and that's crazy to me.
I guess that means that, well, I don't know why we're saying we. It's an entire different group of people now since we've been there,
Yeah.
but...
Yeah,
Right?
and it's not like
Have the freshmen? No. My freshmen
Yeah.
haven't graduated yet.
mine have, but no, yours have.
No, not yet.
No, okay, but
Yeah, I think 2 more years. Or
I don't think it'd be
2021.
two. It'd be one. But
Yeah.
regardless, it's just very
Regardless.
funny. Like I think this shit is so stupid. As a Native American,
Oh.
I'm like
Oh.
I'm like 30% or something. I don't know.
Which
It's like-
tribe, Dan?
Penobscot? I think that's what it was.
Interesting.
But
I actually
yeah.
don't think I knew that about you. Well, okay, I feel like you've mentioned it in passing, but I really never knew what percentage. Because, like, I hate to generalize white people, but I don't care because I'm also white. Like, we have a tendency to be like, oh, I'm also Syrian, but it's like 1% twice removed from like from like
Yeah,
60
yeah.
years back when like an uncle that may or may not have married in and didn't even have, like, you get what I mean? Like that's how my family does it, you know?
yeah, just like oh yeah, I'm like Polish and Irish. But then there's that 3%. Oh, and then there's the 0.76%, and it's like, no, you're white.
Yeah, exactly. Like
It's
at this
fine.
point, I just tell people I'm Italian, you know?
Yeah, it's easier.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need to tell them the like 3 to 4 other things. Like, who cares?
Yeah, everyone thinks I'm Asian, which
You very much look it.
I'm like a very, very low percent, if anything. I want to take one of those like Ancestry.com things.
Oh, like the 23 and me, is it?
Yeah, 23andMe. Yeah, I want to try and take one, but like I don't. It's like $100, and I just can't justify it.
Yet.
Maybe
Can't
maybe for a
justify it.
birthday.
Ooh, that'd be
Who
cool.
knows? Yeah.
You know that
But-
there's actually a surprising amount of people that have DNA links to Genghis Khan.
That doesn't surprise me. That dude raped anything with a pulse.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
it's sorry to be real with you, but
Yeah, I was expecting the actual word rape to hit my ears, so I just was like, oh, yeah.
yeah, it doesn't really hit the ears nice.
Nah, it kind of cuts through the air, really.
Yeah, like a fucking machete.
Yes.
But,
like a machete.
Like a machete. But I don't know. I really liked this. Because this wasn't like a local news. This was CNN on this article. I just think it's so funny.
It is funny. I just love that they changed it back. They were like, yeah, it's racist, we'll change it. And they're like, psych.
As it, just picture like they have the tribes in the room. They're like, all right, we'll change it back. But like the people signing it had like their fingers crossed behind their back, and they're just like snickering about it.
Right? Like, they acknowledged that there was an issue by changing it, and then they went back on that. So either they, like, now they're not saying it's racist, which is purely false. But it looks like they're just trying to justify it. But like, yeah, but everyone wants it to be back.
Yeah, and it's I can picture like the people that are supporting it, like they got like a trucker hat, they're got like a mouthful of dip and a fucking can with them.
Hey, no generalizing. They could be a bunch of snooty uptights, you know? They don't have to be our slack jaw individuals.
Have you ever been near Killingly?
No, not a clue.
There's nothing there. There's nothing at Killingly. I have played like multiple soccer tournaments in Killingly. There's nothing there.
All right, so a bunch of slackjaw individuals with dip in their mouths that drive fucking Cummings. All right,
Yeah.
so yeah, all right. All
Well,
right,
maybe
yeah.
now we're the racist. But,
Well, yeah, but it's like to my own people, so maybe
Yeah, so I
that's
guess-
okay? Question mark.
here, let's go to the jury. Hey, what you guys think? All right, yeah, we're good. No, we're
All right,
fine.
Yeah, they're letting me slide on that one because
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, everyone hates rednecks, you know.
It's hard not to.
Like, I feel like that's a safe thing to say. That even like, unless you're a redneck, like you're not. I feel like every group of people makes fun of rednecks. You know what I mean? Like besides
Yeah.
rednecks.
Well, just because it's so easy.
Exactly.
I mean-
you know, because I feel, and rednecks take the jokes pretty well sometimes. You know, I've never told any of the more ancestral ones to them to their face, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, like, let me preface it with like, you're entitled to enjoy what you like, and I'll shit on you for it, but it's not in like you need to change. Like, you're happy to enjoy it, but if it's funny, it's funny. You know what I mean?
For the sake of comedy, you're not being malicious.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but
You're
when
trying to
you-
hurt your feelings.
Yeah, I mean, but when you hop out of the fucking Chevy Silverado with your mouth full of dip, your can, and your cousin slash wife, it's tough not to.
I'm sorry, did you say cousin slash life?
No, cousin wife.
Cousin, that's what I meant. Sorry, that's actually a funny way of saying that, and I've never heard that. Your cousin slash wife.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's how they do it. But to be fair, like, Southern hospitality really is a thing, because if you go down south, people are very, like, happy to talk to you, and I wish we had that in New England.
Like, just willing to talk?
Yeah, like, people were, like, you know, when you pass people in Connecticut, or, like, if you go somewhere and pass people, no one wants to talk to you. Like, everyone's just kind of doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Oh,
kind of
okay,
wish...
I get what you mean. Like, yeah, we talked
Yeah.
about this before. Like, it's like we have like more of that like fast-paced like society around here where like everyone's such in a rush that no one cares about their other, you know, like other people casually. I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. Up here, it's scary to try and start a conversation with someone because people just don't. I mean, I'm guilty too, but I just have like a resting bitch face. But majority of people, when you look at them, they do not look like they would be interested in a conversation about anything.
I feel like that's more of a social construct than anything, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
Because, like, what is looking like they want a conversation look like to you? Do they have to be, like, the most openly approachable, like, non-intimidating individual? They have to be, like, average height, like 5'9", clean shaved, clean crop cut hair. You know what I mean? Like what does
Yeah,
an
no, no,
approachable
no.
person look like, you know?
Yeah, I'm not saying like that, but like, I'm saying an approachable person, because here it's either they're on their phone, they have headphones in, or they're just looking down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or if
you
they're
know,
with people.
yeah,
And that's fine.
Yeah, that's just a societal thing, you know? Are you implying that you would like to talk to more strangers?
Yes.
You would. You would?
Yeah, I would.
Interesting. I probably wouldn't, just because, well, okay. My job, I talk to strangers a lot. You know, I work at a gas station, so, you know, I get people that will come in, notice the store is dead, and stay for 10 minutes and just chat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, it puts me in a position where, like, I really can never judge a book by its cover just because, like, you know, I'll, okay, for instance, it's going to make me seem kind of bad, but, you know, I've come to the realization that I can't have this way of thinking anymore. Like, a guy will come in, you know, it's winter in fucking baseball shorts, you know, sandals, and like a stained t-shirt or stained hoodie, you know, kind of scruffy looking, you know, and he'll buy like fucking cigarettes and a Coca-Cola, and then I'll peek out and see that he's walking back to his, you know, new 2019 fucking Audi, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I can never really get myself to judge people based off their looks anymore when it comes to
Yeah.
conversation, you know, anything, just because of this one job. And I'm very fortunate for this job for that, because of that.
Yeah. You know, yeah, now that you mention that, I don't think it's that people like aren't approachable. I think it's just too hard to like understand people at face value here.
Oh, I 100% agree with that. It's really hard to say because you don't want to make assumptions about their interests, but also like what else are you gonna talk about if you can't really make assumptions about their interests?
Yeah, or like because I've had a job like yours, like where like say if I'm a cashier and like I notice someone's buying a lot of things, like it's hard to because some people you can be like, oh, that's a lot, and they like joke back with you, but some people get like self-conscious about it, and I don't want to put anyone in a position where they're self-conscious about it. You know what I mean? Like I just want to make a joke, have a good chuckle with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes. I agree. I agree.
Okay, good.
Okay. So if like what's the type of situation where you'd want to strike up a conversation with a stranger?
I mean, like, if it's someone that I think would be fun to have a conversation with, or if, like, something happened that you can, like, commonly talk about, you know what I mean? I'm not saying, like, oh, did you hear about the impeachment? Like, not shit like that, but, like, something like somebody dropped a whole gallon of milk. I don't know. I don't know why that's the first thing that came to mind.
Well, okay, I get what you're kind of saying, though.
Yeah, but just, like, an interaction that happened, you can, like, just joke around with them. I don't know. Maybe
Well,
I'm
fair.
the weird one.
I don't know, man. I personally wouldn't peg you as the type that likes to just strike up random conversation.
Sometimes. I mean, like, I definitely have some social anxiety, but I feel like it would help me get over it.
You know what I've been doing lately?
What's up?
When I go to the store or anywhere by myself now, I have my headphones in. Even if I'm just walking in for like a minute, like I just put my headphones in so I literally cannot talk to anybody.
I see. Here's the thing: is like I had that whole conversation, but I do the same thing. But mostly, it's not because like I don't want anyone to talk to me. It's just that I. All right, listening to Stop and Shop's like the music they have on makes me feel like I'm going senile. Like,
It's not good.
grocery store music makes me feel so claustrophobic. I can't be there.
Grocery
If I
store
don't-
music is purely dedicated, and like their ideal audience for it is like 43-year-old women.
Yeah. But it was crazy because I went with my sister to the store like last Friday and they had a song that like it was an indie song that I have in my playlist and it was playing and I was like,
Oh,
what the fuck is going on? And then to follow that up, I think they had like a Mariah Carey song and I'm like, what is going on? Who are we pandering to?
gosh.
I don't, dude, I just every time I'm in like a grocery store and I hear the music, I feel like someone's just constantly like gonna come behind me and choke slam me. I don't know.
Really?
It's haunting, I guess. I don't know if this is like an irrational fear or like a phobia or something, but I just don't like it. I don't know, man. Like I said,
music is
maybe
like,
I'm the weird one.
I don't know. I feel that way with like elevator music, maybe, kinda. No,
Yeah.
because elevators are just fucking claustrophobic. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, to be honest.
Dude, I'm just a freak, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, I worked at a grocery store. I hate their playlists, so I agree. Like, they're not good music, but I don't feel like I'm not like put on edge by it.
it was fun. Those were the good old days when you worked at a grocery store. I'd swing
No.
by sometimes.
Yeah, okay, that was nice. It was cute. I'd be like, you would text me, "Hey, when are you going on break?" And I'd be like, 8 o'clock, and you'd be like, "All right, I'm showing up." And be like, "Oh,
Yeah. That was fun.
yeah." Apparently, that place has since closed. Obviously, if you haven't been in that area recently,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, no,
I
it's
guess
gone.
leading up into that point, every manager's gotten big time shuffled. So I'm glad I left.
Yeah, the way you left, maybe not the best, but I really can't say anything
Yeah.
at this point.
Hey. Apparently, it was well deserved.
Hey, man, you got out at the right time. You were smart
Yeah.
without even knowing it yet.
Well, what can I say? My instincts are always on point. Okay.
This is true, and I can't deny that.
S-
Let's
Yeah.
see, what else do we got here? I, I really want to talk about Gwyneth Paltrow.
okay.
Would you mind?
Can you talk about it? Because I really can't say vagina scented candle another time today.
Gwyneth Paltrow has released a vagina-scented candle. Now I'm gonna let that sink in. I'll say it again for you slowly if you want. Vagina-scented candle. And you may be thinking, that's an odd smell, but I will gladly let you know there are definitely weirder candle smells, and that's the worst thing.
I'm sorry,
But
I can't stop laughing because I'm just like, there's a situation in my head where I get, because like, for my mom really likes candles, and I just keep picturing her opening up one on Christmas. It's just called "My Vagina Smells Like This."
yep. Oh my goodness. All right, I want to read the first paragraph of this article.
All right,
because
please do.
it is aggressive. Gwyneth Paltrow has made a strong business out of her vagina. She, through her wellness platform Goop, introduced us to the concept of vaginal streaming, jade vaginal eggs, and of course, the elusive sex dust moon juice. But now, new for January 2020, we have the vagina candle, which is already sold out, prompting a wait list.
You know how much it costed?
Enlighten me.
All right, so I believe it was like 58 euro, right? But it was 75 American dollars.
Yeah.
70 fucking 5 American dollars, and it has sold out. And circling back to this point, it's called "This Smells Like My Vagina."
Now, I will say, this is marketing gold, first off. Second off, I think so. I mean, all right, you have a bunch of very, interesting youngings in the world. I mean, there's two reasons people would buy this. One, well, I guess like the idea of it is it's supposed to help you like get in the mood before you do the do,
Yeah, okay.
But I also think owning a candle that just says "This smells like my vagina" is such a power play. I personally, I don't know if I'd buy one.
All right,
Use your words, buddy. You got it.
Buy this. I imagine you would buy this for yourself. This isn't quite literally a gift, because the article ends by saying, "Finally, a gift for the liberal that has everything." As if literally this would be your last ditch gift effort for a liberal, is to give them a candle that says, "This smells like my vagina" on it.
But I don't think this isn't for men. I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm based off the fact that this is part of her products dedicated to the vagina, I'm going to assume not.
Tough to say.
Do you know some of her other products are? Like,
that whole like Goop thing is a fucking. It's an interesting deep dive.
It says this website has made unproven claims that the jade egg and rose quartz egg can balance like they sell these like eggs, like, okay, so this is dedicated to the vagina, right? And they're selling these eggs. Like, what do you get where I'm going with this? Like, what's the goal of some of these products? Like, what would you do with a jade egg in relation to your vagina?
It balances your hormones, regulates your menstrual cycles, and increases bladder control. These are the claims, and I would love if there's anybody in the world out there that has ever bought any of these products. I am begging you to please reach out to us, because I am just so curious on all of this.
I still can't get over, like, why would you name it "This Smells Like My Vagina" candle?
Well, because it's supposed to get headlines. That's why we're talking about it, because it's different, it's unique. You know what I mean? That's why it's like, I think it's good marketing. It's definitely unique. You can't deny that.
All right, yeah, fair, okay, but like, name it like a perfume. Call it just vagina.
But it's got to be like vagina,
vagina,
vagina. Dude, perfume and like cologne commercials are the weirdest things.
When I was in New York, last Tuesday, we went into like, on Fifth Avenue, like, they have like a bunch of like super expensive stores like Gucci, and like there's this mall that's like 10 stories tall of just pure designer shit.
Yeah.
We went in there to fuck around, and we went into like this like perfume shop and shit. All of them had outlandish fucking names, dude.
Yeah.
I think the most tame one that I saw was like just a normal name was like I think it was like back to school or some shit like that. But like other ones were just random ass adjectives like deteriorate or
Yeah, I mean,
like, longing. It's like why?
yeah, that's what they all are. I don't get it. But let me tell you, walking into like a Gucci or like a Louis V store, I have never felt more like out of place and poor in my life.
Dude, walking into that mall, the first thing I said in my mouth was, I don't belong here. And it was funny as fuck because I did not in any way.
It's extra funny because like normally they're all in like suits and like dresses and stuff of that nature. Like they're dressed really nice, but they never offer to help you because they know you can't afford anything.
Dude, you know what's even worse though? When you see kids younger than me shopping there, and it's like, oh, damn, this is a way of life that I could be living.
Dude, because there's one at West Farms, and I walked in, and there's a kid. He was with his mom, and he was like, "Can I get the gold belt?" It was like a Gucci belt, and she was like, "Oh, sure, sweetie." And then like she pointed at them, and they got it for him. And I was just thinking to myself, wow, this is a life I could have been born into, but I wasn't.
I know, right? Like, shit, man. I mean, granted, I don't feel like I'd want to buy my kids anything like that just because even if I had the money, because, like, thinking back on myself, if kid me was spoiled any more than I already was, I'd be the biggest douche you've ever probably met.
No, exactly. Like, if you spoil your kids, they're going to turn into little old fucking dunderheads.
Granted, I'm sure you can spoil your kids and then give them, like, enough life lessons to where it won't, like, have a negative effect, but you get what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I don't want to say that, like, all wealthy parents that have kids turn to shitheads. But...
Man, I wish, though,
experience.
Is to go and buy something in that place.
Maybe someday.
I just want it, just one time. But I want to dress the exact same way that I did going in the first place, and then be like, yeah, that $1,200 belt, give it to me.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that, except for me to be like, hey, what's the cheapest wallet you got? And they're like, oh, $580. And I'm like, let me get that one.
Oh, you know what was great? We played a game while we were in there. We go up to designer clothes, and be like, "Oh, how much do you think this is?" Right? There was a rack. There was a rack, bro, that said 40% off, bro. Okay, I go up to the jacket and I look at the tag, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "How much do you think this jacket is?" And they're lowballing it heavy. They're like, "Oh, like probably like $300," because it really just looked like a standard ass windbreaker, right?
Yeah.
I flipped the tag over, bro. Fucking $1,600 on the 40% off rack.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Dude, that reminds me. Do you know what the Goat app is?
The Go app?
Goat, like GOAT.
No.
It's like, this isn't sponsored, but
Sponsored.
It's an app, not sponsored. Legally can't say that, but it's an app where you can buy shoes, and they have an option to where you can finance your shoes.
What? Could you imagine being that invested in shoes?
I know, because it's like, obviously some of them are up there for like 500 plus, and it's like 12 easy payments of 82 a month, and it's like, okay.
Yes. Dude, my goals when it comes to buying expensive shit is purely just because I can just so I can be like, yeah, I did it. I don't want these things, but man, it would feel good to be able to afford them.
Yeah, I feel that. But I mean, hey, we're still young. If you give us some time, we'll figure it out.
True. Maybe if I just liquidate my assets and keep playing the lottery.
Oh, you could. Yeah, you want
I actually played the Powerball the other day. I didn't win, obviously, but I played it.
All right, I have an idea, Robert.
No, you hit me. Don't hit me, but hit me.
We combine our savings and our checkings.
Okay.
We invest all of it into scratch tickets in Powerball when it comes around, like the big one.
You had me at. We pool all our money.
Or how about this? We open up a joint account, and we take the whole year off and we travel the world.
Do you have enough in your account to do that?
If we combine them, I think we do.
I don't think so. I just paid for school.
Oh, never mind.
I know. I don't want to talk about money right now. Because car. Okay, you know what? Actually, I do want to talk about money and why it sucks being in this weird interlude state of somewhat being an adult and somewhat not being an adult, right? Because I'm at a point now where basically like $20 to me is now like $5 to me. Not in terms of like that's how much money I have, but like the things that like I would spend money on like 10 years or not 10 years ago, like 5 years ago that cost me $5 nowadays are costing me like 20, like in terms of like my regular spending, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that.
So like because of that, but I'm also only working a part-time minimum wage job while going to school while still paying for all my own shit. Besides like rent and you know that related stuff, like it's just like it sucks because I'm basically never actually making money. I'm just making enough to pay for everything that I kind of like need / want. Like of course I could go like without more and more and like then build more, but like I did that for like 2 months or so, and then it wasn't even that much. It like amounted to like a couple checks worth. Like in terms of like it's just working part-time doesn't really do me much good at the moment, but I can only work part-time at the moment with school. Well, I could do full-time, but you know,
those people are sociopaths, I'm convinced.
They're crazy. They're a different breed of human.
Yeah, I wish I could be that kind of person. No, I don't at all wish I could be that kind of person. What am I saying? But yeah, I'm convinced those type of people are serial killers to some degree.
They're the type that like go gray at 35.
Yeah, that's very true. But I mean, hey, if they can live it, they can live it. But,
I wish I could.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is you go to school because you're in it for a long haul more than the now. So
yeah, I guess it's just it kind of sucks because I am at that age where I'm like starting to think about like the benefits of making money, yet I don't really have a proper outlet at the moment to even get my foothold in like having a job or a career that nets me that.
Yeah, and that's what's shit. Yeah, no, I'd say this age is just very shitty. It's very difficult to like establish yourself.
It really is. Like I've genuinely been contemplating like switching over to night school and then just getting a full time during the week. Just because, like, I want to start making proper money, at least somewhat. It's, like, I dislike the fact that I'm 20 years old, and, like, my net income is so menial.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. Life's tough.
Life is tough. What the hell happened? I remember my parents telling me when I was a kid all the shit that they could do, and they didn't even go to college. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, nowadays, unless, like, if you can get the experience, you don't need a degree, or if you do, like, a trade. But otherwise, you need a little piece of paper saying, yep, this guy can do it.
I mean, shit. Our parents were probably able to buy a house for, like, a fraction of what we can. Like, obviously we know that. Like, that's a fact. There's no use, like, acting surprised about it. But, like, shit, man. I need a side hustle, a fucking full-time job, a part-time job, and, like, some tax fraud to even still be broke around here.
Dude, I mean, that's the whole thing, is it's the state we live in. It's, like, the rich get rich, anyone else suck a fucking dick. Like, it's basically the motto of Connecticut. I'm trying to move out in April. I'm trying to get out of the state, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah? Where are you looking, Dan?
I would like to do Colorado. I feel like Colorado would be fun.
That's a pretty. It's okay. Good luck. Good luck. Good. Best of luck, honestly.
I got a few months. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, keep me in the know on that.
Yeah, but I think like the main tragedy of not being able to like, you know, have a lot of spending money is I can't buy my vagina candle. It hurts
the
me.
Vagina candle. Obviously a product marketed to the wealthy.
Not us simpletons.
Not us
No,
simpletons.
it's tragic. But
I'm already on the
I will
wait
say,
list.
I have already bought 7. I will say, circling back to money.
Fucking Christ.
Oh.
Okay. I know
What up?
where you're going. Sorry. I love this topic. This is my favorite for this week.
Oh, what? Okay. Well, yeah. Well, Akon created his own city in Senegal, known as Akon City, and
I love it just because, like, my image of Akon is literally that one song he did with Lonely Island that I just had sex with. Yeah. And the fact now that he basically, like, he owns a city in Africa is just so comical to me.
now that, dude, there was one Akon song that I listened to in middle school, and that was like my sad boy hour song.
Really?
Yep. It was I think it was like Put Blame on Me.
Yeah?
I don't know if you remember that, but I think that was my sad boy song because I remember I had it downloaded on my 8th grade. I had it downloaded on like my side flip phone, and when I got sad, I'd listen to. But it was funny because the way I had it on my phone is I would play the YouTube video through the speakers on my computer, and I would record it with my phone.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my god, you're a genius. You were playing 4D chess back then.
Dude, it was so funny because those songs consisted of it was like that Akon song, like 3 Eminem songs, and then fucking like 3 Skillet songs. I remember listening to the what is it? I'm Awake by Skillet. I would go for runs, and I would have the phone like up to my ear because I didn't have headphones at the time. So I'd have the phone like up to my ear as I'm running around the neighborhood at night.
I can picture you in like your fucking like tap out your tap out t-shirt.
Oh no! I wasn't like that, but
Running around your DCs.
yeah. Fuck. You know me too well. Oh, I hate
I can picture you with the long socks pulled like all the way up to just below the fucking knee in the DCs.
They're up to my fucking knees.
Oh no!
I'm crying. I'm in fucking tears.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
That was too real, dude. You gotta tone it back.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to look in the past. I didn't mean to.
That's fine, but Akon has a city in Africa known as Akon City,
Yes.
which you may think, who names it after themselves? And then you have to ask yourself, what the fuck would you name a city if you had one?
You know, there's something quoted in this article, or I'll tell you what's quoted. It says, Akon, who is Senegalese descent, originally announced plans for a futuristic, and this is the part in quotes, crypto city in 2018. So does that mean Akon's plan is to build a crypto city? What is a crypto city?
It's like they have mine shafts, but it's just people at computers mining for Bitcoin.
Right? Like, imagine if he builds like, okay, this isn't racist because it's in Africa. What if he just builds Wakanda, like just a completely high-tech society that's just outlandishly advanced compared to everywhere else?
That would be kind of fucking nuts, but like I'm on board.
But here's the thing though, it's we don't get like T'Challa that's like the leader. It's fucking Akon.
It's Akon.
It's fucking Akon.
It turns into Black Panther. Akon's like, we got this high-tech city.
Oh,
I kind of want a suit.
Wait, this is even better. It gets even better. Okay, so 2,000 acres of land was gifted to Akon by the Senegalese president Macky Sall. But hear me out. What it means by crypto city is that everything in the city that you pay for is going to be paid for in a crypto city, a cryptocurrency known as A-coin.
Oh my god!
Cryptocurrency.
A-coin?
Everyone that lives there has to use A-coin.
I hate it.
It's fucking blatantly delusional.
Oh my goodness, this is what a dictator would do, to be honest.
This is exactly the shit that I would do. Whenever I just say I want to take over a third world country, this is literally the shit that I mean.
Dude, Akon is literally living your fantasy right now.
He is! The fucking A-coin! Oh my god!
A-coin hurts. A-coin hurts to hear.
I love it. I love it. I want to move there.
Yeah. I mean, like, I respect the fuck out of this because, like, he's trying to have like a big impact on Africa, and it's like, Akon, you fucking do it, my man.
Oh
Make
my
Akon
God.
City the capital.
And he's saying it'll be built in 10 years. That's, dude, full on Wakanda. Fucking let's go. Let's go, Akon. Time for you to build the Wakanda we all know you're capable of.
Oh my goodness.
My stomach hurts actually from fucking A-coin. I'm so glad I googled what is a crypto city. Dude.
Well, I hope your Google search is just like, well, it's obvious.
Well, that's what it was. Well, because when I typed in what is a crypto city, it was literally like Akon talking about what it meant, like in an interview or whatever that came up.
Yeah.
God, that is.
Oh Jesus.
That is fantastic, and the city is supposed to be like a travel and leisure city as well. That's great. That's great.
This is great.
That's great. Speaking of things that are great, but because of something that's not so good that's happening is Australia. It's on fire. And I would just like to call out a few celebrities and groups that are donating to them in a large way, because good job to them. Metallica, American metal bands, donated $750,000 to the firefighters in Australia after they saw the overwhelming devastation of the bushfires, which is pretty cool. Serena Williams in her New Zealand tournament, or her New Zealand tennis tournament, donated all her prize money to fighting the Australia bushfires. Chris Hemsworth and Ellen John each offered like $1 million on social media, and like Pink, Nicole Kidman, and Keith Urban donated as well.
Kurth
Urban. Fucking Keith. Sorry, my mouth doesn't like saying the name Keith. And Leonardo DiCaprio's Earth Alliance thing that he's got going. You know how he's actually pretty big into climate change, right?
Yeah.
I know it's called Earth Alliance. To be honest, it's pretty weird now that I'm knowing this, because it's just EA.
Can we talk about how, like, all of these celebrities, like, when they're making their like organizations to help shit, they all make them sound like fucking anime.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're Leonardo DiCaprio's Earth Alliance.
Yeah. Donald Trump's Space Force. Like,
yeah. Jesus.
Chill.
But yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio's foundation, or where the hell it is donated like $3 million to the Australia wildfire relief, which is cool.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Good for them.
Yeah. I mean, just, I don't know. All of it is tragic, but all we can do is try and help.
Mm-hmm. Donate if you can. But if you can't, then at least, like, I don't know what else there. It's not like Team Trees. I don't know a lot about what you can do to help on this subject besides donate, to be quite fair with you.
Yeah, there's a lot of different outlets on where you can donate to.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy how big the fires are. I think, like, the scorched area is, like, already bigger than Maryland, or, like, 2 sizes of Maryland, maybe, is it?
Yeah, and if you've seen, like, a map from outer space on what Australia looks like, it's basically black and burnt at this point.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I think that does it for us.
I think that does do it for us. Sorry to end on, like, kind of like that, somber note, but still good, because people are kind of coming together and helping in any ways that they can, and that's all we can do as humans for each other. So thank you for tuning in to the Frying Pan Podcast, folks. Episode 63, I think. Right? Sure. 63? Yeah, Frying Pan Podcast, episode 63. As always, we're on social media. The handle for both those is the Frying Pan Pod. We'd appreciate following those. And we're on every audio platform. And you can send us over any business inquiries or constructive criticisms over to our email, which is inthepanpodcast@gmail.com. So for the last time of this week, folks, have a great rest of your week. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in. And this has been the Frying Pan Podcast. I've been Robert D'Onofrio.
It's me, Daniel Sear.
And we've been the Frying Pan Podcast. Have a good one.
Take care.
Later. All right. Oh, I have to stop.